I was in education for 23 years before I started Cajun Food Tours. And I was a Louisiana and American history teacher for a lot of that time, for about 15 years. And then I went into administration, and I was an assistant principal for 9 years. And I always say that was about 8.5 years too long to be an assistant principal. I happened to discover food tours when I was like at an education conference somewhere else. And after the very first food tour I ever had, I was like, what a brilliant way to get to see a new city. A food tour's got a little bit of history and culture, and you get to stop and eat. I mean, what could be better than that, you know? And I thought, God, it's too bad you can't walk around in Lafayette and taste all those different things that people are gonna wanna try when they come here. So I never really thought about it until about the fourth food tour I took, which was 2011. And it was the first bus food tour I took. After that first bus food tour, I was like, oh, duh. Somebody is totally gonna buy a bus, and somebody's gonna do that. And I mean, I never in a million years thought it would be me. And when I had the idea, like it was, the idea just took a hold of me, and I could not get rid of it. And doors I didn't even know were opening, you know, instead of closing. And finally, after about 3 months of trying to get rid of the idea, I, bought a bus. Quit my job and bought a bus, you know. The way we chose the restaurants for my original Cajun food tour, I was looking for some of those standard things that people are going to want to try when they come here. So we wanted to make sure we had gumbo and boudin, some things like that. But then when half my business becomes local, then just as excited to add something that's putting a little twist on some of that, and maybe some of that unlinked boudin, you know, what fun things can you make out of boudin, you know, and put some of that on the tour. And that goes over great with my visitors as well. Well, for that original Cajun food tour, it all has some kind of a Cajun flair. And one of the coolest things I think about the tour is that the bus is cozy and it has perimeter seating so that everybody's facing everyone else. I think that's part of the experience, is that they're visiting with each other. It's very interactive, you know. It's very low key, it's very personal. We talk a lot about the history and the culture of Lafayette, of Acadiana, and why it is what it is. It's just something I'm very passionate about, because we have about 30 different restaurants on the Cajun food tour, and we only go to 5 on any given tour. We're going to only stay at each place about 25, 30 minutes, and we'll talk about that food and that place, and maybe the background of that food and how it ties into our culture or whatever. And then we're back on the bus and heading to the next place. It hasn't happened yet, but we have 4 different kinds of tours right now. And the tour that's baking in my brain right now is a downtown walking foodie tour. And downtown Lafayette is, I think it's just about ready for that foodie tour, and we're pretty excited about making that happen. But people say, how did you choose to do this? And it's like, I didn't choose it, I think it chose me. Thanks for watching this month's Cox Business Entrepreneur Profile, brought to you by Developing Lafayette. I'm Marie Ducote Como with Cajun Food Tours. A biento.